Clients, well, the world is becoming increasingly risky, regulated, interconnected, global, mobile, technology, and also data-driven. So I believe that data protection will be clearly an issue in terms of regulation in the future, and clients need to pay attention to this as a new regulation is coming. The European is now discussing a new proposal of regulation that will completely change the legal framework in terms of data protection, data privacy, and also cybersecurity, the concern with the security of the networks, the services, the data that clients have about their own clients. It's something that will be extremely important in the future. And this mixture between data and technology, they will go together, and it's really a big challenge that clients will face in terms of compliance. I think that external lawyers add value in two perspectives. One is mainly in this area such as privacy and competition, where clients don't have the time to invest and to be always updated. I mean, clients in-house compliance departments, they have knowledge of their activity. If you are a bank, they know the regulations of the banking sector, if it's an insurance company of their sector, and so on and so on. But and also in that field, I mean, it is important to sometimes to consult external lawyers, because they have this 360 perspective. They know the market, they know the regulator. Sometimes they have been in the place of the regulator, advising regulator in this country or in other countries. So this 360 perspective is really important in their specific activity, and in these more across the board areas such as privacy and data protection and competition, for instance, environmental and so on. They just don't have the time to invest. So law firms can have a really value added that. I mean, you can have a Rolls Royce, a service compared with a Rolls Royce, while if you are providing, well, in the internal department, they just don't have the time to invest in this area. So the compliance dividend is the capacity of an organization to understand the importance that compliance have in the business. Sometimes companies tend to consider that compliance is a burden, but in fact, if they look at it in the correct way, and if they can find the balance of the compliance obligations and the compliance structure they need to have, this can be a really good for the business. So that's what I'm always saying, that they should find their compliance dividend. It's extremely important. As regards of data protection, I think it is extremely important they introduce a culture of complying with data protection rules. One of the most important trends will be to introduce in the organization this culture and implement what is called the privacy by design, meaning that you need to start from the beginning of the project to consider privacy, and if you do that, you'll be compliant and will not be so burdened as if you go for it at the end of the project and just need to make everything again and try to comply with privacy rules. So it's really important.